Do you work out anymore?
Nah, man, I keep away from that stuff, man.
You don't even like
all that stuff,
spin class or anything?
No, all that stuff reactivates my ego.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
When I get ripped and all that stuff, they reactivate it.
That's the thing about like extreme winners. Yeah. Extreme winners, that ego is hard.
Yeah, and if I activate my ego, I'm gonna lose in life.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose. I'm losing this cannabis. I'm gonna lose everything.
What if you go jogging? Can you go jogging?
Nah, I do my treadmill work and stuff.
Oh, okay, treadmill. That's it. But
if I start to think that I'm special, if I get a glimmer of that thing, say, hey, whoa, look at you. You're better than that.
Does it feel weird? What I was going to get to, if you were standing in front of that heavy bag and you start rattling off combinations, and you start thinking like, oh shit, I'm actually Mike Tyson. Like I was that guy. I am that guy who went through that. I am the youngest heavyweight champion of all time. I am that guy that destroyed Tyrell Biggs. I am that guy that knocked out Larry Holmes. I'm that guy. Like
I look at that guy. I look at that guy as somebody that's giving me a platform to help me forget about that guy.
Wow. Yeah.
In order to arrive to that next chapter in life, you have to forget the chapter that came before you.
Yeah.
And focus on the chapter ahead of you.
Yes. Yes. That's a great lesson. And coming from you, that lesson, I think, is going to hit home with a lot of people.
You think so?
Yes, 100%. 100%. Because you accomplished so much. Because you were the youngest heavyweight champion.
Welcome to the Freedom Universe. Like the most of you, I was recently watching the Mike Tyson interview on the Joe Rogan Podcast. I even commented on that video saying I did not know I needed this video so badly until now, which is true. I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan and I've always enjoyed all the stories I've heard about him from various celebrities. But hearing all those stories and even some new ones from the man himself, it was really fascinating. I would say even borderline unbelievable at times. Plus, to watch him in a conversation with Joe Rogan, wow, that was a treat in itself. Long story short, I enjoyed the interview a lot. So without beating around the bush, pun intended, let's get to the one thing that I learned from Mike Tyson in this interview. And that is, the ego is the enemy. Yes, if you really pay attention to the subtext of the interview, you can hear Mike talking a lot about wanting to be at peace, rising above one's identity or ego, and how insignificant we all actually are in the grand scheme of life. And that part of the interview really intrigued me, because here is this man who was once called the king of boxing and one of the most popular people in the world, an idol for many. All the kids and even the adults wanted to be him and live the lifestyle that he lived. But here is him saying or talking about how that mindset and ego became detrimental to his own life. And that is, to me, the most important lesson I learned from him in this interview, or actually just from his life. So let's get into it. One of the major part of your subconscious mind is the identity. And it is the job of the mind to protect that identity and align your actions to what you have defined your identity to be. In his case, he was to himself Tyson, the greatest boxer of all time, who could knock anybody out, who could hurt anybody. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with thinking you're the best, but you're really peaking towards the highest level of arrogance or self-centeredness when you're completely identified with only that. Even for the rest of us, who are nowhere near the level of fame that Mike Tyson had or still has, think about it. During our limited time here in this earth, we identify ourselves to so many things, like our nationality, religion, gender, profession, culture, tradition, beliefs, philosophies, and the list goes on. However, one thing that we often overlook to see ourselves as, ironically, is human beings, or just as one of the many species on this planet, much advanced than the rest, of course, but isn't that who we are at the core of it? The problem with identity is that it not only leads us on a path to self-sabotage or self-destruction in extreme cases when we are too identified with something, but it also creates limitations. For instance, let's get basic here. Suppose you identify yourself as a shy or an introverted person, then all your behaviors and actions are going to align with that of your identity. I know it's crazy, right? This holds true for any identity you take up. Make the connection. As a student and practitioner of spirituality, one thing I have realized is to let go of all the identities that I have gathered myself or through others and simply be. Just like how I am supposed to be, an embodiment of life or just awareness. Well, if you made it till here, thank you. I hope this video was really helpful to you, and I hope to see you in more upcoming videos as well. Subscribe to the Freedom Universe. Stay tuned and stay free.